Yo, this is Dorky Diggity Dave, and today we're talking about how I went through this Bautista's challenge, and for the most part, it was Hawkeye. Hawkeye was the main man, my #1 guy this time around. So what I wanted to do here was put him on a team of power gain, and so we have our Black Widow in 4-star, Black Widow in 3-star, and we have our Hawkeye and our Winter Soldier, which are the two keys for that power gain, as well as having a Scarlet Witch, which also gives just a little bit more power gain as well. I know diminishing returns comes into play here, but I did want to have Scarlet Witch in here for a very particular reason, and that was for Groot, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. So let's talk about technique and let's get it moving. Now, one of the very first keys that you need to be able to beat this is learning the shallow evade. If you notice here, the shallow evade does not activate dexterity, which therefore does not activate spite, which therefore does not activate that power flood. Now, it's not always easy to do, but if you can get a good hang on it, you can do it at least 50% of the time and save yourself some trouble. As for the other 50%, well, you can just bait just like a ninja, and if you don't know how, check out the description. There's links to all these things I'm talking about. Now, just make sure that you are baiting before you attack. This way, you're not building up the power meter unnecessarily and getting caught with a third special. Now, notice here that I did bait out a special, but I am not going to fully capitalize on it. I'm backing off and using shallow evades. Now, onto my main man, Hawkeye. Now, notice what I'm doing here. I'm getting a parry, and I'm only doing 4 hits. That's 1 medium, 3 lights, and then I'm backing off. Because since 12.0, the AI has been acting a little bit funky, and so the quick draw parry isn't as effective as it used to be. And the AI is a lot more erratic and a lot harder to predict. Now, I'm ending with a light because I can recover a lot faster, and it's a lot easier to get a parry when they're coming from a distance. So I used Hawkeye to fight all the fights except for Groot, and as you can see, I'm using a power management technique where I'm not really allowing the opponent to get a full power bar. So let's take a closer look. Keep an eye on the opponent power bar. You'll see that I'm only going to hit him enough times to get him right at the line, and then I'm going to back off. Now, take notice to where I left it. I'm in a very good position. I could have used my L1, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do here is wait for him to come and attack me and build my meter even more so that I have the advantage when I launch my L1. I only have to do a few more hits to do it again. And as you can see, it works perfectly for me because I accidentally activated Spite, which gave him some power flood, but I was ready to take him down. Literally, this was the technique I used through the entire Bautista's challenge, except for Groot, like I said earlier. And this should really take you through, and you can get your Bautista Bomb or whatever label you're looking for and get through it, especially if you have the right heroes for it, if they're strong enough. I happen to rank 5 my Hawkeye temporarily for this, and I boosted up my PI a little bit with a 20% boost. So, as you can see, this worked out quite well, and this worked on every single one of these champions, little by little, just repeating this action over and over and over. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the rat? Ah, the rat. So he has a name. He had a name. Anyway, Rocket Raccoon is really no different in terms of strategy. Yeah, he has increased power gain, but you're still doing the same technique. Now, you may have to eat a special into your block just to make sure that he doesn't get that power flood, but other than that, yeah, we are looking about the same. Now, over here on the right, I've got my team attributes and my relevant masteries that I have active for this particular quest. So you'll see that I had a power gain team here, which is giving me 23% extra power gain. Now, this isn't the only power gain team that you can use, but this was the one that worked best with Hawkeye. Now, as for my relevant masteries, I have Assassin's rank 5, I have Deep Wounds rank 5, and I also have Mystic Dispersion at rank 4. So these were the masteries that took me through most of the quest. I didn't really change any masteries anywhere through. And I added a boost of 20% attack and health, and so there you have it. So once again, this is Dorky Diggity Dave, and this was my tips and tricks video for Bautista's challenge. I hope that it helps you out, and I hope you get your Bautista Bomb label. If you do, go ahead and take a picture of it, send it to me on Twitter or Instagram or on Facebook or whichever one that you have, and I'll be proud to retweet it and send it out to everyone. Let them know that you did as good as you did. Anyway, if you liked the video, and I hope that you did, go ahead and click subscribe, click like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, share it with your mama. All that stuff helps me out. And remember, stay dorky, and I'll catch y'all on the flip.